guys, quick updates. I gave you just a few now. Oh, here she comes. We are super pumped about the new format. I already got some messages from some of you that are very there you go, Jennifer. There she is, our fearless leader. Go ahead, Dora. I'm just gonna get them started, and then if you want to jump in, feel free to. Super excited about the new format. How many of you are excited about the new format? Like knowing that, hey, Tuesdays where I'm supposed to invite everybody, right? And you guys are gonna love the new format. First part tomorrow, we got DMA Anderson in the house. Now everywhere we talk about today, you guys all know, Jennifer, I would maybe send out a message today that not only talks about the founders benefits, but also why come to the event tomorrow for DMA Anderson? I mean, the gal's coaching Netflix, I mean, BET, I mean, all her background is unreal. So we need to make sure everyone knows why you want to be on that call tomorrow and why you should promote it. And I think we need to pop that out everywhere as well. So if Jennifer, if you could help us get that communication out, that'd be great. And so let's focus in on that tomorrow, the new format, and then Thursdays you guys will see there's the training plus the networking on that side as well. Today's Monday is always the same, big leadership broadcast, and then we bring in the one and only Mr. Ali Mehdaoui to train us up, to really get our mindset right, as well as how do we earn income from the DIVA Network, and so yeah, all hands on deck. I'm gonna keep my part very simple this morning. It's all about Tuesday. It's all about Tuesday every week now from now on, getting people on there. And because that's the entry point for all of the things that happen afterwards, right? The connections, the funding, the networking, the getting on the podcasts, all the things that they get, and then just so you know too, other things will feed into your freemium member, getting people into the school community as well as the Diva locals. Everything drives. We get their emails, we message them, boom, we get them on Tuesday. Everything goes to Tuesday. And so I know it's going to sound like a boring, redundant record every week, but that's how we do it, right? Boring, and mundane, like Jim Rohn used to teach me, is how you create wealth. So just keep it that simple. And that's what we're going to do every single week. So that's my part. I'm going to turn it over to our fearless CEO. She wants to say anything as well. And then I'll let you do what you do, Mr. Mehdaoui.
Yeah, happy Monday, happy manifesting Monday, motivation Monday, momentum Monday, money making Monday, miracle Monday. What other M's do we have in there? Move it Monday. What, what? Let's hear it in the chat. Which one are you picking? What's your intention for your life today and for your business today? For your, bring it into the sisterhood and brotherhood circle. Or we handle it up. No miss Monday. I like it. No miss Monday. What else? Motivation Monday, magical Monday. I like that. Amazing Monday, make it happen Monday, magnetizing money Monday, money Monday, global manifestation Monday. I love this. Me too, Justine. So who would you be if you were being magical? Magical Monday, Lynn. What does it feel like to be magic today?
Out there dancing in the world.
All right. So
I have a big conference happening, and I'm hoping to meet some wonderful people to turn them on to our wonderful Magical Monday and DIVA Network.
Wonderful, Lynn. We're excited about that. I love to dance in the world too. So I want you to feel into the word that you put into the chat, right? Because it's one thing to throw it out. And what would it be like if at the end of the day you went, today was freaking Monday. It was a magical Monday. It was a make it happen Monday, moving mountains Monday. And what if you were the mountain mover? Sheila, if you were the mountain mover, if you were the magic, if you're the money, which means what? That you're the value, you're the currency, you're connected to flow, you're connected to giving value in the world. All right, so feel into your word and bring that into the space. Because guess what? The space gets to be magical, motivation, never miss Monday, make it happen Monday. that energy that you stir up and you choose to ground into, you're bringing it right into this space. You're bringing it into your world. You're bringing it into your life as an experience. You're bringing it into our community right now. So we get to be all of these things. I love it. I love it. I love it. So we're so excited about all the things that we're up to together. That means you, your vision, where you're going, what you're here to impact, right? What we get to impact together, which is the evolution, the wave of feminine and the brothers who support us, the way we move on the planet, the dreams that get to happen, the art that gets to happen, the adventures that get to happen, the breakthroughs in marriage, the breakthroughs in education, Dr. Andrea, for children, right? The breakthroughs and more people dancing and feeling good in their bodies. How the breakthroughs in Africa, which I so appreciate you being here, because you know we're coming and we're coming through locking arms with you, right? And other people. So first, as we start this Monday and we tee it up for Ali, like we said, Tuesday is where it's at. That is where now we need every face there and cameras on. Show who you are, you know, bring your guest, be there. DMA was like so grateful that I invited her to come back. She'll be coaching around what does amazing look like, right? She's going to really ground that in so we can get reconnected to not who you were last time you talked to her, but who are you now? That you've been in community, that you've been in action. You are not the same as you were even yesterday if you're playing this game right, right? So we're going to be there. We're going to drive other people there so they can have breakthroughs. Whether they join or not, they're going to get breakthroughs in their thinking, and you will be attributed to bringing them the breakthrough and bringing them to the campfire, right? So bring them to the campfire, and the right people are going to feel it, and they're going to meet you. They're going to meet other community members. You're going to be great with each other, and we will grow our family. So Tuesday is where it's at. And then Thursdays are members only, right? And we'll see if we can get DMA back for a Thursday deep dive hot seat only. This Thursday, we've already got something on the docket. I'll see if we can get her Thursday, but if not, another Thursday. So this is all led by you, all right? Because you brought your voice to the table. You brought your face to the table. What happens when you bring your voice to the world? When you bring your magic, your motivation, your momentum, your money, your miracles. Let's be that in the world today. And just thank you so much for being my sisters and brothers of impact. I know who you are, and we've got big work to do and lots of fun to have, lots of legacies to shift. We've already done it, but we're not done. You're not done, right? You're just starting. That's yesterday. Who are you today? Who are you this week? All right. I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Ali Mehdaoui, for leading the charge here. We're honored to have you as a brother who not only connected us, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, but we know your training is expensive, and we've paid the price to be in this room together. We paid the price by committing to our vision. We paid the price by committing to each other. And so we're honored to have you today. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody that's being in here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Definitely, I get fired up after I hear the Queen speaking. The manifestation Queen, as I've met her the very first time when I have, and she still is, with much love. And I appreciate you for attending. You know, the most valuable thing that you own is your time, and you're giving us some of that, which, you know, I don't take lightly. Over this weekend and really a couple of days since last Wednesday, I've had the privilege to collaborate with different individuals in here, and one of the things that we ended up also doing is, as a fun event, it's gonna sound weird because this is what we do, we attended a live webinar together from our house. You know, like, let's just watch this thing together. So we got popcorn and we're taking notes and whatnot. And one of the keynote speakers was Gary Vee. Now, many of you know Gary Vaynerchuk, or you might not know who that is.
In 5 minutes, I'm gonna start.
Cool. One of the things that you may know about him, he's a foul mouth. You know, he's a Jersey boy. You know, he's a foul mouth. But the other side that you may not know about Gary Vee, he's a direct, practical, right to the point, and I connect with that, right? So I took a lot of notes, and I kid you not, I was like, oh, this is gonna be for the DIVA Network on Monday. I was like, I'm coming in loaded, and you know, one of the things that I believe in, and this is the very first teachable moment that I want to share with you is ILT. And I believe I heard that for the first time from Ray Higdon. He said, invest, learn, teach. So we invested our time and a little bit of money as you know, a fun event that we said, like, hey, let's watch these 2 hours together. We learned, and I'm taking my own notes, and I had 2 other people with me. And, you know, interestingly enough, both of them were, you know, ministers and pastors in their own congregations. And I am not. I'm just sitting in there. I'm like, business, 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 business. And then we ended up exchanging our notes and talking about it. And it turned into a synopsis, and it's turning into a book, and it's turning into a podcast. Now, why am I telling you all this stuff? I'm telling you about the power of collaboration. What's happening right here, right now, is ideas that are being manifested, right? Are processes that you are going to experience, things that are being loaded in your mind. Now, if you know me well, I'm here to focus on creating one thing and one thing for you, and that is income through the affiliate model, right? That's the goal. But because it is the very first Monday of the month, I thought that we do a little bit of practical training, but I'm going to lean a little bit on the mindset that you and I need to have for the remainder of the month of May to win. If you don't have the affiliate guide, make sure that you get it, or make sure you reach out to whomever's working with you and say, I need to print it, because that is the guide to everything that you need to know to have the success formula. Kobe Bryant said it best. He said, championships are boring. You may get excited about them because you see us celebrating and whatnot, but you know what wins championships? Doing 1,000 layups over and over and over. That thing that does not look cool, right? Doing free throws, $700 to $800, 700 to 800 free throws before every single game. It looks boring and annoying. And it's like, well, when do I get the super fancy slam dunks? When do I get the 360s? When do I do the no-look passes, right? You see that because that is the outcome of the boring stuff. So, hi, this is the boring stuff. But I'm making it fun and excited for you. I can promise you that. So first things first, make sure that you have the affiliate guide with you every single day. As a matter of fact, whether you're loading it or whether you are printing it, just make sure you have a fresh sheet of the part that has the new contacts that you are, you heard my accent come out of there, contacts. The new contacts that are going to be worked with for this week, right? Or carried over from last week to this week. And remember, keeping the main thing is the secret sauce, and being fast and messy. In other words, I am not going to wait until I have a perfect whatever it is that I'm thinking needs to be perfect, because someone else is making $1 million while I'm trying to create a perfect video. Someone else is changing the world while I'm trying to make a perfect post. Someone else is building a huge community while I'm trying to create, you know, a perfect podcast or whatever it may be. So it's extremely important for you and I to make sure that we increase the volume on the basic fundamentals, right? So step number 1, I think you know where I'm going with this. Step number 1 is invitation. All roads lead to Tuesday. No matter what you hear us say, whether it's through the Diva Locals, whether it's through our podcast, whether through initiatives, you're going to hear everybody saying, hey, join us on Tuesdays on a special intro to who we are as a community with a special guest and the opportunity for you to capitalize on this movement. All roads lead to Tuesday. No matter what you're doing, all roads lead to Tuesday. Now, I told you this last week, and I'll say it again. Make sure that you're creating an exposure with the content that you have, the videos that you have, the 14-minute, which, by the way, there's a brand new video that's going to be released, later on today. Use that to just give a first exposure. Hey, well, here's a quick brief, if you will, of who we are and what we offer. But come tomorrow, get a freebie event. Get a little bit of a taste of who we are. Get a vibe check on who we are. And I have an absolute confidence that what is going to be introduced tomorrow, the vibe that is going to be released tomorrow, the information that's going to be released tomorrow is going to increase the influence and the confidence of the individual making a decision. But make sure you're creating an exposure beforehand. If they're coming to that as the first exposure, you will hear, well, that was a lot, but look, I loved what I'm seeing. Let me just pray about it. Let me just think about it. Let me just get my money. But if you create an exposure first, they're coming in with, I am here to make a decision. A second exposure usually leads to, I am here to make a decision. So make sure that they are watching something beforehand, a sizzle video, a 14-minute video, anything, right? A pre-recorded Zoom from the past if you have it. Okay, that's number one, invitation. Number two, presentation is going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a very short overview after an incredibly value-packed content. So it's going to be like, wow, that was amazing, followed with, now here's how you can get more amazing. And that's what we want to do, right? So number three is follow-up. You and your success line, whomever is working with you, need to coordinate. Hey, I need to follow up with Jimmy. Can you do me a favor in case Jimmy has some questions? Just be available for me. Or my favorite thing, I wouldn't even talk to my success line. I just talk to let's say Jimmy is my guest, right? Hey, Jimmy, look, man, I got access to Jennifer and she is amazing. Let me just tell you, edify, edify, edify. I'm just going to put you on a three-way text just to put you in her radar. Ask whatever questions that you want, just in case this is still a path that makes sense for you. Now, why did I do that? Jennifer already knows, hey, make me look like a superhero and I need to close. Jennifer like, hey, nice to meet you. I heard so many great things about you. I'm sure you have some questions. Did you want to drop some questions here for me? Or do you want to do a little meet and greet? And I'll just learn a little bit about what's important to you. That follow-up needs to happen. It is part of the process. That's the last piece, the cherry on the cake, right? So again, presentation, invitation, presentation, and then follow-up. Last but not least, getting plugged in. As soon as they enroll, it's important for you to get a commitment from them. And the commitment is simply this. Hey, what are your goals with the DIVA Network? Simple question. What are you trying to achieve in the next 90 days? Are you trying to make money with the DIVA Network directly? Oh, you're just trying to travel and use the benefits? Cool. At least you know not to push them to a road that they have no interest in. Look, I want the enrollment. But if they say, I want to make money, then you need to be on Monday like clockwork. Put it in your calendar right now. We need to use the affiliate guide. Like a business depends on it. That's getting plugged in. So those are the four main steps that you and I have to live by. You and I have to operate with. You and I have to make sure that they are just natural and second nature to us. If we don't, you're going to have a hard time duplicating. Duplication is just repetitive activities from a lot of people who do a little bit of things over and over and over and over again. Now, if you and I are doing multiple different things left and right, what ends up happening is the individual thinks, well, I have to create my version of the multiple things. Now, don't get me wrong. Making sure that you are creating your own voice and your own brand is important. That's a whole different training. And I'm going to talk about the mindset of what you need to do in order to win. See, the very first thing that I want to talk to you about from a mindset is you need to document your story. Now, when you hear document your story, what does that mean? Yeah, there's multiple ways that you can do it on the outside world. Yeah, there are multiple services that you can pay for on the outside world. But you know what you have in here? Do me a favor, in the chat, drop an emoji or something if you are a founder. If you are a founder, put a number one, an emoji, a high five. I don't care what you do. Founder. All right, we got a heart. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Keep going. Anybody else? That's 3. That's 4, 5, 6. Great. Great. Awesome. Thank you so much. That was really kind of you for, you know, I'm about to call you out. That was a setup. Here's the thing. Other than Justine and Sheila, who else did I interview to get on Spotify, on iHeartRadio, on audible.com? Anybody? Who here does not want to be on audible.com? I mean, I don't know about you, but, you know, I want to Google your name and I want audible.com to populate. That gives you influence. Heck, save your own episode from all those major primetime and brag about it. Oh my God, mama, we made it. I am an audible.com documented speaker. So what you need to do is make sure you schedule that interview ASAP so we can start bragging about you. We even have met this morning, just so you know, we're going to start creating marketing collateral for the individuals that we're going to document on these platforms. So we can start bragging about you. A picture with your face on it, and it's going to say Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon, all these different things. And we add you as a contributor and collaborator so we can brag about you. So yeah, I'm sorry, by the way. I should have given you a warning. I should have said, I'm going to call you out after I make you excited about being a founder. All right, I'll do it next time. I'll put the disclaimer next time. But please, with a little big brother Ali here, just telling you, like, you got the tools. Use them. Like, I'm here for you. I want to get you out there. So if you are not documented respectfully, here is what the prospect sees: irrelevance. The prospect says there is no relevance for you. You're not making noise. Why would I bother and interfere with my life? Let me call it for what it is. How many of you have had people who said, I'm already part of another community? How many of you have people have had, oh, I'm already part of a coaching. I have a mentor. I'm already focused on my business. You know why? They are respectfully telling you, you have nothing to add onto my life. There is no value that you can put into my business. So if they see your documented story on Audible and they say, how'd you get on that? Oh, I'm a founding member of the DIVA Network, and it's part of what we do. Cool. How do I get on the DIVA Network? You see how the conversation becomes a little bit simpler because you're leading with the deliverable, not with a hoping things work out. Because what most of the time we end up doing, oh my God, there's this amazing community that I'm part of. Feelings. And feelings don't matter. That's what Gary Vee said. Here is what matters: deliverables. Is there a specific deliverable that I'm feeling, touching, seeing right now that I say, I want that? And if you don't have a deliverable, you don't matter in the business community. It's just the way it is. So guess what? The DIVA Network is giving you the ability to have your own deliverables to document. Like facts. We need to use them. Yes or yes? There's Phase Media, a publication that is ridiculously, absolutely impactful throughout the business community. You need to use that and document it. And like, oh my God, my business partner just got featured. My God, I'm so excited that I'm working with this executive team. Here's our next thing. Just share it. And guess what that person is going to say? How'd you get into that? What is that thing about? Oh, well, as a founding member of the DIVA Network, I got these little perks. And one of them is deliverable that will embolden you to have the ability to say, I am making an impact, not just feelings. So we need to create these stories with documentation. If you are not documenting yourself, and I love you to death, the fact that you are unknown is the biggest liability that you have. It is the biggest liability that you have. If you are not making noise, I'm talking about my team and I, we post like 3 to 4 times a day of documented stuff over and over and over and over and over. And it's still not enough because there's so much noise out there, right? So everyday entrepreneurs must see you as a valuable asset with credibility. So a valuable asset only comes from showcasing whatever it is that you're doing. Hi, we are going to put you on a podcast. You need to make sure that you share the good news with everybody. You need to do more, post more reels. Remember what I started this conversation with? ILT, invest, learn, teach. You're investing time right now. You better be taking some notes, learning, and go out and teach the world. As soon as we drop out of here, go and do a live, do a pre-recorded video, do a reel. Oh my God, I just got out of this amazing training. Invest the time. Here's what I learned, and I want to share it with you. So now you become the point of value to your community, to your audience, and every like, comment, or share, you better hit him up on a DM saying, thank you so much for showing me some love. By the way, what made you like this post out of anything else that I've done in the past? And by default, what ends up happening, you're creating conversations. Conversations will turn into leads. Those are human beings. Leads will turn into, why are you in business? Or what is it that you do? Oh, I had no idea you were in business. Did you know that we can do? Or did you know that we collaborate with? And you turn the lead into a prospect into a closed business. That's the boring part that we talk about every single week. But why is it a boring part that we talk about every single week? Kobe Bryant says championships are boring. So you want to be a champion? Do the boring stuff. Stop looking for what's the next funnel and what's the next app and what's the next, like that is good. Don't get me wrong, but it matters to no one unless you have a documented, relevant deliverable that you can showcase, the end result, if you will, right? All right, cool. So we're going to create credibility just by what I just shared with you right now. Invest, learn, teach. Start putting stuff out there. And if you are a founder, let's get your story documented. The next piece is faith over fear. Boy, would I give you a 5-day seminar on faith over fear. See, faith is, and I learned this in service this weekend. Faith is simply a trust between both parties. See, like when I say, look, Jimmy, I don't get it, but I have faith in you, man. Guess what I just said? All right, cool. I trust you. Lead the way. Let's go. So and respectfully, I don't know what everybody's faith is, but I believe in Christ. And I have faith in that higher power. No matter what hits me today, I just got to worry about one thing and one thing only. I got faith. I know you got me. Let's just keep it moving forward. And the reason you have to have, regardless to whatever faith that you have, or whatever deity or whatever God that, religion that you believe in, all I'm asking you, all I beg of you is have faith, a positive source that's giving you the mindset of, I will be okay at the end of the day. Because when you know for a fact, trust factor, that I'm going to be okay at the end of the day, my mindset is so clear. Like, let's go. I'm good. But if I'm operating in fear, and God only knows, many times a childlike mindset, like, what if it doesn't work out? What if this, what if this, what if that? Guess what happens? You're so blocked mentally that you're not even doing anything. All I want is yogurt and go lay down and just be left alone. I want to put white noise or scripture in my ears and just go to sleep. I don't want to do anything because I'm so afraid. So we need to empower our bodies, our mind, our spirit with faith, because if you're not operating with faith, I'm telling you right now, you will never make it anywhere far in anything, relationship or whatever it may be. Again, I'm not a pastor or ordained minister or anything. I'm just sharing with you as a true person that deals a lot of anxieties many times. I had to go to therapy. I had to have people in my life. I have people in my life to help me to make sure that my fuel of faith is always full. Otherwise, I'm going to be operating on faith and making the wrong decisions out of bad desperation. So, making sure that you are faith-based in your activity, in your behavior, is going to allow you to have clarity and not sell, simply share. Not hype, simply give people the good news, right? Navigating the business on a day-to-day basis with such a positive energy. So when I made a decision, and look, it's not, people have a hard time with the idea of surrendering. We've heard it before, you must surrender. And we think, like, when we say surrender, like, lay down, give up your life and just let everything fall on your head. No, surrender is just trusting that you got me. All right, cool. I'm good. I'm all right. I just got to keep it moving forward, right? So you need to surrender to the good stuff that is in your life. You need to surrender to the good news. It's not the end. We're this weekend with Dr. Katrina Ferguson, and she said, our problem as human beings is we think that, our life here or next life is finite, that there's an end, but there is no end. Just, it's a new opportunity. It's an ongoing sequel. Every single day is an ongoing sequel. So you may be right now in the problematic part of the movie, where like everything is going wrong for it. You're like feeling bad and sorry for the actor. Like, oh, everything is going wrong. This is the part that I'm crying in the movie. But there is a happy ending to this episode. Then guess what? It's going to be up and down forever and ever and ever until your purpose is over. So you and I, as members of the DIVA Network, need to show the positive faith-based energy, excitement. I am good. When somebody comes in here in our Zooms, I don't want him and you don't want him to hear, I'm just afraid that nothing is going to work out. I want to hear, and you want to be loud and saying that I know for a fact, this is the greatest thing that we've ever put before us. This is the greatest community. This is the platform that is giving me the tools and the resources and the deliverables. When you are part of the DIVA Network, you're not here for a feel-good community. You have a travel portal that saves you up to 35% on everything that you are traveling. You know that, right? You have unlimited vacation incentives in some cases, or at least 5 every single month that you can use and give away. You know that, right? You have access to some of the greatest trainers and coaches in the world without you having to pay each one of them $5,000, $10,000 each month. You know that, right? You have access to so many incredible things. I don't need to convince you. I just need to share. I just need to point. When you go to the Apple store, you don't wait for them to sell you on why iPhones are great. You just say, do you have the gold color or the turquoise maybe? You just ask for the color because you know how amazing it is. So you and I need to document our stories inside the DIVA Network and just share the good news. The problem is we're not doing that. And when we're not doing that, we try to get creative in our own way or do it without tools and reach. You go to war with no weapons? Hey, I want to share with you this amazing community. Well, what has it done for you? It makes me feel so good. I know for a fact it's the greatest thing ever. Right, but what has it done for you? It gave me access to so many webinars that I met so many great people. Right, but what has it done for you? How about Audible, iHeart, Phase Media, travel, vacation incentives? Like, document what you have, use it, and watch the magic happen. Many of us think that, well, I'm a nobody. I don't have credibility. I just told you how to create it. Many of us say, I don't have a platform. I don't have an audience. Create it. Create it. Man, go online. Go to so many, groups on Facebook, other groups in school. Connect with people. Hey, me and you are part of this community. Me and you are part of, entrepreneur dads. Me and you are part of mompreneur groups. Me and you are part of, and I just had to send you a friend request. I love the content. Go to every single group in every single community and find the owner of that group. Bro, you got 400,000 people in that group. How are you monetizing that? Oh, it's just a community where we share good stuff with everybody. That's phenomenal. What if I show you a way that you can monetize that group while giving them 10 times more what you already have? And the best part, you don't have to do none of it. Do you think that will create some opportunities? Yes, yes, or yes. Oh man, I just hit you with the yes, yes, yes. All right, I'm waking up right now. Now I'm getting fired up. I hope you're ready. When I walk away from the microphone, I'm going to start screaming. All right. So you need to create your story. You need to get in front of that screen. You need to get in front of that microphone, in front of that cell phone, and you need to start documenting your story. Invest, learn, teach every single day. I don't care what you watch, where you watch it. You're investing that time, you're learning it, and you're teaching it. Can we make an agreement that we're going to do that so we can create the noise and hashtag it? Create your own brand. Make sure that if you are a founder, talk to us to get you on the podcast ASAP. Because guess what? I have been on this space that I'm in right now since 2015. And I remember when people were like, me? That's dumb about my brand, ME Studios or ME or all the things that we've done. And guess what? You could not go on social or anywhere in the internet without finding my dumb face. This guy. I will be everywhere all the time in front of you. I will remind you how great I am, not by bragging, but by just being there. I am the Geico of media companies. You know, the Geico commercial? You can't flip a channel without seeing that thing. You can't be on the highway without seeing it. You cannot be on social media without it appearing in the corner. You're like, stop following me. So I am creating my own noise. I'm creating my own impact. I'm not waiting for somebody to give me a channel or a platform or an opportunity. I am the opportunity. That's the mindset you must have. You need to wake up from whatever coma that you've been in since the beginning of 2025, because let me tell you, we got our booties kicked for a very long time. We had COVID, we had inflation, we had crazy economy, but we are here now. And sitting in here and staring at our computers and dropping at the top of the hour and going back to what we've done is no longer the answer. I challenge you. I challenge you. I am begging you and pleading with you as your little big brother. Allow me in here to wake up the absolute giant within. I will not sit here and just wait for Tuesday. I am Tuesday. Man, I'm going to use that on everything. I'm not going to wait until tomorrow where Ali is going to give me an excited close. I am the close. I'm the reason why the DIVA Network is fired up. That's what you got to tell yourself every single day. The DIVA Network is as amazing as it is because of me. If you don't tell that to yourself, you got a problem. Do you understand that most people right now as we speak, are doing nothing watching ESPN talking about the basketball games from yesterday? Do you know that most people have whatever soap opera on their TV and just playing in their phones? Do you know that right now people are saying, I hate my job, but they show up to whatever over and over again? People say, I don't have anybody who's listening to me in my business, and guess what they're doing? Nothing. Nothing. I dare you to make a change. I dare you to document how amazing you are. I will never, ever for the rest of my life play mediocre. Let me put a proclamation right before you right now. You ready? All right, I'm fired up, man. Let's go, DIVA Network. Let me tell you, the only question you're going to ask for the rest of this year is how many millions I'm going to be making, not am I going to be a millionaire? I refuse to be a tool for any product, service, company. I am the product. I am the service. I am the company. The DIVA Network is me. And I will guarantee you the reason the DIVA Network just today on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, baby, Taco Tuesday, let's go. The reason the DIVA Network just became a $1 billion company is because of me. I promise you and give you my word, I am the reason this company just blew up all over the world. Billions and billions, multiple languages. Watch me, because here I come. If you are not operating at that level of energy and faith, I know there's nothing and nobody that will take my seat away from me. I dare you to try me. That is the energy that you need to have. Go online and see the feeling that you feel right now. You can get that smile off your face even if you wanted to. That's what the world needs to feel. That is a deliverable. When the ladies and the men who support him is like, I don't know what he's on, but I want some of that. That is called DIVA Network. I got mad at myself this morning. I am playing mediocre. I'm playing small. I am failing my family. I'm failing my team. I'm sitting in here and wondering how I'm going to make it tomorrow. I'm sitting in here and wondering, am I going to have another good week, or is it going to be a challenging week? Nah, bro. No. Tanya and I usually say, you know what my daddy is? That's a faith joke. You'll get it if you have faith. I know for a fact that you have everything that you need, not through me or my trainings, no, the tools are in front of you, but the tools are only as good as the person who's using them. I can give you everything. You know, and I know there have been millionaires and hecton millionaires who won lotteries and 6 months later lost it all. You know, and I know there have been celebrities and actors in Hollywood who had everything and they took their life away because they did not use the tools that they had around them. I will not sit here and allow mediocrity to go around me or you. From this point forward, let's go to the 12th floor or we're fired. The 12th floor is where the magic happens, where there's the beautiful view and the big, metaphor. Get it? I ask of you, are you going to sit here and wait for another 7 days? And we're going to show up again with 19 people next Monday. Or next Monday, we're going to have 100 people because we lit it up and fired it up. I refuse to allow mediocrity to take another moment out of my life because I've been operating on fear. What if it doesn't work? I've been operating on minimums. Well, I got to make sure that I just do just enough here and just enough here. Nah, Get to work or I'm going to take it away from you. I am going to hunt. That's the mindset that you need to have. And whomever says, but you don't understand, Ali, oh, but I do. You're talking to a kid who was homeless. You're talking to a kid who was physically and sexually abused by his nanny since he was 5 years old. You're talking to a kid who came to America, said, me no English. You're talking to a kid who was taken advantage of over and over and over and over again because he had a missing daddy syndrome. That's what I would call it. Anytime I see anybody in a position, oh, this is the person that I've been waiting for. And I've made mistakes over mistakes over mistakes. You're talking to a kid who dealt with every single ounce of adversity, and I love it. You know why? Because it prepared me for this very same moment that I'm sitting in front of you right now. So don't tell me you don't understand, Ali. Oh, I do. Don't tell me my situation is different. Yeah, so is everybody else. That's why we are unique in our own greatness. So take that scar that you have right in here from that wound, that cut, that bullet that hates you, however bad you think it is, and celebrate it. When somebody says, well, I just don't know, I totally get it. I relate to it. I am the most qualified person to work with, and here's because of this scar and that scar. I've gone through this and this and this and that. The reason I shared with you what I've gone through wasn't for a pity party. I am healed and God is so good to me. It's to remind you I am the most qualified person to work with. I sit in this chair not because I like to hear my voice. I sit in this chair because I know for a fact God has called me for a purpose to help you overcome whatever that thing it is. And we're using the DIVA Network as a tool to overcome it. And guess what's the best part? You get paid for it while you're doing it. No more. Enough. I am that voice, that invisible hand that needed to give you, wake up, shaking you. What are you doing? Why are we saying hopefully? Hopefully is for the weak. No more. Let's go talk to everyone and everyone, because people, I'm telling you right now, are praying every single night, begging for a sign. Do you know that in the United States, 80% of the population of the United States has less than perfect credit? And what I mean by that, less than 500. You know why somebody has bad credit, right? Or less than perfect credit. They do not make enough to sustain their bills. And they are robbing Peter to pay Paul, one bill to the other. 80%. So people need you and I, not wish, not should, not maybe. So stop creating the internal objections that you are creating, that I am creating. Well, maybe Jimmy's too rich. Maybe Jimmy's too busy. Maybe Jimmy's too... No, Jimmy, bro, we need to talk. Wow, what's up? Trust me when I tell you, but we need to talk. See, just that energy will get Jimmy to open up. And you'll be amazed and shocked when your intentions are for the right reasons, not for the commission. When your intentions are so I can help anyone and everyone that's out there, I think you know that we put a lot more in the community than we take out. And we do it with a smile, with joy. Many times, we look at each other, you know, this is the early stages, right? We're like, man, we're about to do this another way. How are we going to do this again? But guess what? Faith. And sometimes I need a Jimmy Ezel to fill my faith up. Like, man, I'm empty. I went to Mexico with him last year, November or whatever it was. No, it was whatever date it was. And I kid you not, he set me down. He said, I've never seen you hurt like this. I've never seen, you can tell something is like, this is not you. And he had an honest big brother to little brother conversation and filled me up. And I was like, bet, get out of my way. The beast is here. I am ready. And as long as you have another breath going through your lungs, you've made it. You and I have made it. So please, I ask of you, collaborate with one another. Do your part in the DIVA Network. Well, you're going to say, well, what's my part, Ali? Invitation. Everything else happens after that. Invitation. The more leads we collectively create, the more prospects we collectively have, the more close we collectively have. And you may say, yeah, but I haven't had a guest in the last 2 weeks. Well, watch your words. Because I'm telling you, mediocrity has walked out. We just kicked that sucker out the window. We're done. I'm done. I don't know about you, but I'm done. No more would I talk about what if it doesn't work. No more would I talk about anything. I am here for one reason only. How many millions are we making this year? Not if we're going to be millionaires. And I'm talking collectively about us as a community and as a group. And when you have the faith that I have, doesn't matter how many bullets get thrown at you. Man, I'm good. Bring it on. Let's go. All right, Mr. Ezel, I'd love to kick it back to you if you have any closing remarks or any Q&A from anybody, but I think I emptied my tank today.
Is anyone else excited or fired up? I mean, literally, Ali, you know what it is? Sometimes you need a little spanking in a good way, right? And that's what Ali just did. But Ali, I just love it because what you did for even myself, and Ali is my iron sharpens iron. is that the mindset. You have to have this mindset in everything we do. You have to bring the energy. You have to be fired up because nobody wants to work with duds. I mean, let's just call it what it is, right? And the Diva Network is so great. I mean, every Monday you got someone like Ali pouring into us. What in the world? Like, and Ali, I think you hit it on the head. People are praying every day for something like this, like in their own personal business, right? Get on all the podcasts that we just talked about, Spotify, Audible, all that stuff. And then of course you have this other income opportunity. Sheila Burrell is a perfect example of that. Right before Christmas, Jimmy and Adora and Ali, I need to make some money. Boom, there you go. $3,000 in 1 week. Come on, somebody. And man, just Ollie, I'm not gonna take anything away from you. You nailed it today. Amazing. Let's do it. Like we said, Tuesday, all roads lead to Tuesday going forward. And we're gonna bring the fire on Tuesday as well. So Ollie, amazing training. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Let's go.
All right, ladies, you good? You ready? And ladies, and Dan, and iPhone to Kelly. Okay, I see you, Kelly. All right, it's time to go. I would like for you to hold me accountable. I do not want to lose the fire that I have within me right now. Major shout out to Tanya Tanika and Dr. Katrina Ferguson. You all gonna meet her very, very soon. Those are the two ladies that I was talking to you about that we were just building each other up this weekend. So I am super, super fired up, super excited. Tanya, anything you want to share? Tanya, just so you know, is 10 times better than me, and she's the real secret sauce. Like, I just talk the talk, but she's the one who does everything behind the scene to make it all look good. So I'm not sure if Tanya, anything you want to share?
Nope.
Maybe.
Love you
Nope.
guys. Excited to see growth. I'll talk when I see action. That's when you see more of my face.
All right, awesome. By the way, this young lady is working on Netflix documentary. She's working on so many incredible things. So trust me when I tell you, she's an asset for us all. But in any case, I love you all. I appreciate you all. Any questions anybody has? I got maybe another 5 to 6 minutes. Yep. Of course, Jennifer. You know that I did that for you.
I have questions. I have questions. Okay.
Go for it.
So I'm getting my game back on because I had a health problem, but I don't have it anymore.
Good.
So I'm delighted about that. So when you say about this podcast, I mean, how do I get the podcast? I don't even know how. I reach out in school.
So there's a calendar. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna put a little video. And I'm going to make sure that it's available for everybody. If you are a founder, here is the process for. Go ahead, Jennifer. I know you were going to share.
It's an automated process, actually. So go back and check your inbox. All of the founders last week, if you hadn't already received it, in your inbox, it's like a 3-step process. There's a form you fill out, and then there's the media thing that you release, and there might be one other thing that you have to fill out. All 3 of those, as soon as you do the one, the next one comes. And as soon as the last step is accomplished, that's when Tanya gets a notification that says, hey, this person's serious. Get them scheduled for their podcast. So go check your inboxes if you didn't see that last week.
Is that the email with the questionnaire?
Yes, that's step 1.
That's an intimidating questionnaire. Just saying, but I will do it. That's okay.
Well,
and then
Jennifer, intimidating, but you're going to be everywhere. Think about that. Like,
oh, I know. I get it. It's being presented. I'm saying I'm going to say yes to it.
Let's go.
And let me say this. I actually, before I write the phase article, and before we feature anybody, founders or however, I go back to see if there was an episode, because the quickest way to grow is all the backlinking. So when we do a phase media article, we want to be able to backlink your website, videos, everything, and even your PRs that will get you all over.
Well, what if you have nothing?
That's what we're helping you build, which is why you have to go, you can't think about it.
Okay.
We create the nothing.
Bypass the thinking.
Okay.
Here's the thing. How do you make millions? Quick action. That's it. There is no thinking about it. We have no capacity to think. And here's the thing. The best way to retrain your brain and your nervous system, because I know you're very nervous, right? We don't really know what's going to happen. People talk a lot of trash. So I don't even want to be seen, right? First of all, you got to make sure that you are saying, I am okay to be seen. If you're not okay to be seen, then that's something we have to work on. But a really quick trick is go do the hard thing, even if you do 5-10 minutes of it, and immediately after, go do something fun. Your brain is going to tell your nervous system, it's okay, you're safe, even after you do a hard thing. So sometimes when I do a hard thing, I'll go run around the house and I'll start dancing and put music on, and I just get into gratitude and I'm thankful. And I'm like, this was easy. Oh my gosh, this was way easier than I thought. It comes easy to me. And I'm so grateful for it. And then I go back and I can go finish whatever it is. And if I have to do that 10 times in an hour so I can finish the hard thing, I'm going to go do it. Right? So this is just your nervous system reacting, warning, 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 warning. You go do that. And this is why DIVA Network is so powerful. It's a part of being a founder. We shouldn't have to beg everybody to get this link and put your stuff in. Because that's why I said, if you want to talk to me and even Jimmy and all that, I'm going to go look. The first thing I do is I look to see if you went and did your founder stuff and looked at the podcast. If the answer is no, then I'm not going to meet with you. Ask Sheila. We got to meet or whatever, but I was like, no. And we had breakthrough. I met with her admin team and some other really cool stuff, right? But this is what happens. If you want greatness, start operating in greatness. The quicker you operate, the quicker things happen. Okay? Love y'all.
Well, I guess we did get to hear from you today.
That's just an appetizer. Wait till you get the full meal. Appreciate you, Tanya. Justine, talk to me.
Well, I love what you just said, Tanya. So I have a completely different issue. I have a ton of content. What I would request, and what some podcasters do, and I haven't been doing it for my own podcast, is create the assets. I think I did do maybe one short. I did an email blast with the about our podcast, but I know what I would love is to have some assets, some short clips. Is there a way that you guys could help us create those?
They're coming out.
Promote it.
They're coming. Yeah,
Okay.
That was actually a meeting this morning that there will be little shorts from the different podcasts that were created. And again, once, like, let's say, Jennifer, we do your episode, there will be like a picture, like with your image in the corner, and it's going to say officially featured Spotify, iHeart, and all that kind of stuff. And then we'll tag you on it. So yes, that's 100% coming, Justine.
Love that. And thank you. Cause I think that's
you got it.
Thing. But what Tanya just laid out there, and I'm happy. I'm a great resource for this. If you want to reach out to me, we got to just take action. We got to just do it. We got to stop getting out of the fear of, I don't have this, I don't have that. Yes, you do. You're here. Let's go. Right. Let's do this thing. And I can help you with that. Reach out to me. Let's do it. Let's do a little session.
Awesome stuff. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you for giving me the time. I hope that this was worth your time. I'm expecting greatness out of you because I'm fired up, man. I'm ready to take it to a whole new level. I can tell you that from management. We're ready to turn up, and I just can't wait to celebrate you. So we'll see you tomorrow with all you guys. Remember, create exposures today and bring them to tomorrow for a decision. Don't just wait for a first exposure tomorrow. Much love, Mr. Ezel. Thank you, JKN, Tanya, and all of you ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you. Have a blessed day, everybody.